What up? So in today's video we're gonna make the beat even better. If you guys saw my last video, unfortunately we were not able to wrap this orange, but I personally think that it was a film issue more than me and Jen not knowing what we're doing. So the green is gonna be here on Saturday. I'm gonna see if I could attempt to wrap it part 2 on Monday or Tuesday, and then this car would look 1000% better than it looks right now. So my plan initially was to get the car 100% wrapped and then install all the parts on this table, but seeing how I have to wait for the wrap to come in today's video, we're gonna really dial in all the stuff that I've been hoarding from Japan and make this thing even better. So let me show you guys everything we're working with. So I got some stuff for the street on here too. We got 2 wipers for the street, air filter for the street. This is an AC and alternator belt for the beat. I got some cool LED headlights. I think these were about like 60 bucks. I got a brand new top so you guys can stop making fun of me already. Look, I got it, guys. I'm gonna install it today. Don't worry, the beat will not look like this anymore. It would actually look nice. Next, we got some strut bars in. These 2 are a set from Fields. They're actually carbon fiber, which is pretty sick. And then I have this solo front one from Cross. If anybody wants that owns a beat, I'll take $150. I'm thinking to install this set in, but I kind of want to save it for my next beat. But I don't know if I'm even gonna get a next beat, but I want to install a set. I just don't want all 3 of these, and I feel like it'd be a lot easier to just sell this. So I want to keep these and just sell that one. So if anybody wants that, hit me up. 150 bucks. I'll ship it to you anywhere in the US. And then we have a shorty antenna. I gotta buy a S2000 kit for this thing to work, but I love when I have these on my Miata. I feel like the car just looks a lot better with a little like RC antenna. I have a new trunk latch. Mine broke the first day I bought the car. I have a new cigarette thing. This thing was super ugly in my car, so I can't wait to change that out. I have an OEM air filter. So I bought this for I don't know what reason, because I bought this even before then, and this has just been sitting in my house. I'm thinking of maybe installing a new filter. This is the ZERO1000 like power intake. I got this one used for about, I think like 70 bucks. It wasn't too expensive. I feel like intakes can't really go bad. I don't see any crazy imperfections besides that. So that was a quick steal. Those are like $250 brand new. Then I finally got a door handle. So I'm definitely gonna get this painted black, because after I wrap the car, I don't want silver door handles. So we're gonna swap that out. And then this is for my Honda Street. A lot of people saying that the reason that the steering wheel was shaking so much at 80 kilometers an hour is because I have to swap these things in. So I got this from Amazon for like 25 bucks. Everything here really wasn't too expensive. This was like 120. This was like 20 bucks. That was actually like $30, which is kind of crazy. That was 80. The door handle was like 30 bucks. These 2 were pretty expensive. This was like $300. That one, I think I paid, no lie, like $150. And then the headlights were like $80. These belts were like 10 bucks. Same thing, this was like 10 bucks. And then most of the stuff I just got from Amazon. But let's start taking off the tires. I want to paint these yellow really quickly. While I let those dry, I installed a new top. I'll see if I do the intake in today's video. I kind of want that to be a separate video because I feel like a lot of people want to know how to do the intake, and I don't know if I want to combine those. But we're definitely going to change the rims out. I'm throwing the stock phone dowels back in there. I got some brand new tires that we're going to install in today's video as well. And then these bad boys are going to go on the van. So let me start taking the tires off. Let's start painting these yellow, and let's get this car beautiful. So I just finished dusting off the calipers. Good sign. It looks like all my brake pads have a good amount of life. Those are the fronts. Here are the rears. It looks like it has relatively new brake pads, so that's always a W. Now I'm gonna clean up the calipers with some soapy water. After that, I'm gonna hit it with some alcohol just to make sure it's nice and dry. And then we can start with the prep. The goal really is just to cover off all the rubber, all the plastic, the bleed valve. You obviously don't want to get any on the rotor. You don't want to get any on the pad itself. So that's really what I'm doing. Obviously, I get a bunch of comments every time I do this. It is a lot easier if I take off the caliper, but I don't know if it's laziness or I just feel like my standards for K cars aren't that high. As much as I love them, as much as I want to own every single K car in the world, I just feel like if I get a little overspray right here or a little overspray on the pad, I don't think it's that serious. How many people you know even have color calipers on their K cars? Let's be honest. Caliper 1 is complete. We're being environmental friendly on the WayBeforeTheFame channel, so I'm reusing the bubble wrap that I got from all the Japanese shipments. Here's a look at the rears. Everything looks nice and clean. Let's hit it with some primer. I'm gonna do at least 2 coats of this and probably 3 or 4 of the yellow. Now while we let the calipers dry, let's tackle some other projects. The first thing I wanted to do was this, and I'm completely confused. I have no idea how it works. Since I bought the car, my trunk little thing has been broken since day one, and I don't understand how it's supposed to rest here. Like if I put it like this, right? It works 100% fine, trunk's being held up. But now if I take this off, there's no way that it'll rest in there. Like there's just no way that that makes any sense. So I'm assuming it's not like that. So then I'm just trying other like configurations like this. That doesn't work. So this has me 100% confused. I'm just gonna do it like this for now. And I guess every single time I wanna take my trunk off, I'll just take it off and put it back on. But someone comment below. I don't know how you're gonna describe this to me in words. Send me a video on Instagram how it works, because that has been pissing me off for the last 30 minutes. Next I wanna do is the rear strut bar. I think what I want to do with that is when I wrap the car and I have to remove the trunk, I'll just put it in because it'll make my life a lot easier. I already got the front ones basically, and I'm just going to use the Fields one because realistically, I got to stop hoarding parts. When's the next time I'm really going to get it beat? And this carbon fiber look looks sick. So we're definitely going to put this in. We're going to put the soft top in next. This is just 3 screws right there. There's 5 underneath and then another 3 there. I just have to unzip it. That should be relatively easy. And then when I do that, I'm gonna check out the intake. Maybe I'll do it in today's video. I kind of want a longer filter. I feel like this one is such a little baby, like 2.5-inch filter. I want something a little longer so it can breathe in even more delicious American air. So it looks like the 3 back here are a little different. They look like maybe 8s or maybe 10s. So I'm gonna grab my ratchet and loosen those up. So this is indeed an 8mm. I'm gonna take all 3 of them off, and then from there it should be relatively easy just to zipper the top off. I kind of want to buy new ones of these. I've seen them for I think like $70, because if you see this one, it's super mint. Like look how nice that looks, and the rest of mine just look like that. And I think it just made the car look a little nicer. I don't know if it's worth $70. I think that's kind of a lot for something that no one really is ever gonna pay attention to, but the attention to detail, me kind of wants to buy it. So this last one was pretty stuck on, but I got it out. Here it is. The last 2 on the corners are just nuts. And then the one in the middle is this long one right there. Now let's zipper this off. And just like that, our little soft top window is off. My goal with this, honestly, is I want to bring it to a reupholstery shop. A lot of people commented that that's an easy fix. So if I'm able to do that, I'll sell you guys this thing for just as much as I paid as the other one. Maybe like $120, $130. So I'm gonna see if I can do that one of these days. I'll shop around, bring it to a couple places, see if they could just put a replacement window. Because everyone said it was so easy that anyone can do it. But I didn't want to take the chance of doing that, so I just got a new one that was like $130. But we're gonna try that out. Let's see if we can get this window fixed. This is now nice and clean. I sprayed it with some rain Nex just to get some extra protection. Now let's do the second coat of yellow. You know what? Let's entertain this intake real quick. I really would love to get a different filter, but let's just check it out. Since I already have the whole soft top off, do I really feel like doing this again? So I believe this just comes off in pieces. So this would be piece number 1. This guy right here. Now we need to take off this bigger piece here. Oh, I see where. Tricky little 10 mil that's there. Very annoying to get to. And it feels like there's definitely one more. It's actually right here on top. Now that that's off, this should just easily come out. Probably need 2 hands. Out with the old dusty intake. Let's put our cool Power Chamber 1000. Just put some cleaner in here. Let's clean this up a bit before we put the intake in. I got a tire cleaner here. I'm gonna give it a good scrub. Now let's let this dry. I love how we're doing like 90 things at once. But now let's hit the third coat of yellow. Get all that done. We'll install this next, and then we'll do that last. Let's make this one count. We're back. I had to take a quick little 10 because it's 90 degrees outside, and I know we hit 10K subs, and that's a great accomplishment, but the grind does not stop. If you're watching this video right now, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me something I did wrong, tell me something I did right. Not once in this channel have I ever said I'm like an expert mechanic. I'm just a guy who loves little small cars. I love Miatas my whole life. I found out what the K class was, and since then I've owned like 15 of them. So if you're a fan of this stuff, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. What we're gonna do now is really just mount up the intake. I want to make sure I can get it nice and clean. I got to figure out where this lines up to. I think the way I saw it on a picture was like right here. The person put it right there, or they put it right there. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna show the picture on the screen. So I got to figure out how I can do that. And I do still want a longer filter. I know it doesn't affect performance the size of this, but I just want it to be as close as possible to that air vent right there. But I think I'm gonna just rock out for this. This is the way it comes. It's not a big deal. If anything, I could just change it and buy another one. So what we're gonna do now is just mock everything up, make sure it fits, get this on. I still want to change the tires and get the rims on. I know this is definitely dry by now. And I think tomorrow what we'll do is we'll install the front strut bar. I'll also install these LED headlights. These I think are definitely going to be a game changer. When I had my Miatas, that was like the first thing I did, because when you're in these little small cars, people really can't see you as far as like height goes. Like someone look in their mirror, and because you're so low, they don't see you. So you gotta have like bright lights, and you almost gotta have a relatively like loud exhaust so they can hear you. It's almost like a motorcycle. Like these things are death traps the way they are. Like even this guy, it's a death trap, but at least it's a tall death trap and people can really see you. But all right, let's get this intake on. Let's close this up. Let's spread the brand new top on, and let's get all this done because I want to see how it looks. Shout out to Chad Myers for this picture. If it wasn't for you, I'd probably still be trying to figure everything out. But here's how the intake is gonna be. I want to get another one of these clamps just to hold them both down. It came with just that one, but I feel like this is a little too loose. So I want to have two there. The only thing I needed to do that didn't come in the little kit was add a wide enough screw that mounts right there. That's what's gonna hold it down. And then boom, air filter right by the vent, and ta-da. What I'm gonna do now is put the engine cover back on, close all this up because I don't need to access anything here anymore. And then we'll add the new soft top cover, and from there, I'll go to the tire shop, get the new tires on these bad boys, maybe even mount them on the car today. And the Beat has came a long way. It's been like 9 hours, but I think it's gonna look completely different, especially just with the soft top, and hopefully sound a lot better too. So I'm realizing that the holes in this soft top are not lined up, and there's like a little black thing in here, and you have to move it. Like some of them are lined up, like this one is 100% not lined up. Like look, it's just a black line through there. So update on the soft top. I don't know if it was just mine, or maybe I should have let it sit outside in the sun for a little bit. That way it loosened all this up. When I installed a couple soft tops on Miatas, you're supposed to leave it outside for at least like, I don't know, a couple hours. That way the heat make it a little more flexible. But this guy was not flexible at all. You can see that it has a little gash right there. I added a washer just to make it a little more safe. But both corners were extremely hard to get on. These three, 1, 2, 3. But both corners did not want to get on, so they have that little gash there, sadly. I'm gonna put a washer on that side too, so it's a lot less noticeable. But that's now in, the zipper's already in. All I have to do now is really just put these three on each side, and then we got our brand new soft top window. Ta-da! Calipers yellow, soft top window in. It's getting a little late, so I don't think I'm gonna mount the tires today, but I am gonna drive to my homie Teggy, the same guy that detailed the van, and I'm gonna see if he could freshen these up and make them good as new. But I'm in this video here. Tomorrow we'll do the headlights, put the front strut bar in, we'll mount the new tires with the new refreshed rims, buy a clamp for the intake, and then start this thing up and drive it around, see if it feels a lot better. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.